Thank you for listening to our devotional on lessons from daily Bible readings. The reading for yesterday was Numbers 28 to 31, and the lesson is, These things ye shall do unto the Lord. You know, there are times whenever I work on things for my kids, grandkids, but whenever I do that, it's kind of special. You know, I can make something in the garage. I can help my grandson making something for his wife, and I try to take special care. If I go and do something just for myself, I might whip it out and here's a mistake and here's that. Really doesn't matter. But whenever it's for somebody special, like one of my little girls, I want to do my best. I want to take care of the details. In our reading yesterday, as in quite a few of the past days, we've seen that there are a lot of details. In chapter 28, you find that there was the beginning again of various offerings that were to be made. There were the daily offerings, there were the Sabbath offerings, there were the monthly offerings, there were the Passover offerings, there were the offerings for the Feast of Weeks, there were the offering for the Feast of the Trumpets, there was the offering for the Day of the Atonement, there were the offerings for the Feast of Booths. That's a lot of offerings. One commentator, he said, from the statements made in this and the preceding chapters, it appears that the yearly offerings made to the altar at the public expense, without taking into account a vast number of voluntary vow and trespass offerings, were calculated in the following amounts: goats, 15, kids, 21, rams, 72, bullocks, 132, lambs, 1,101. Sum total of animals sacrificed at the public cost, 1,241. This is, of course, exclusive of the prodigious addition of lambs slain at the Passover, which in the latter times, according to Josephus, amounted in a single year to the immense number of 255,600. You look at that, and the number of offerings is just amazing. But if you go back and you read, the precision in the offering, the type of animal, the quality, all of these things are there. How is it that we pay attention to that? Well, remember me making something, you making something for someone you love, someone you care about. And the care you take, the precision you want to, because you want to offer the best because of who they are. Well, in the book of Numbers, the 29th chapter, in verse 39, he says, these things, after listing all of these various offerings, he says, these things shall you do unto the Lord in your set feast, besides your vows and your freewill offerings, for your burnt offerings and for your meat offerings and for your drink offerings and for your peace offerings. And we know that Moses commanded the children of God, do this. But notice the very first part of that verse, and here's the key. This is what God wanted them to understand and what we need to understand. These things shall ye do unto the Lord. You see, it's not like I'm doing it just for myself, is it? It's not like I'm doing it for somebody I don't care about. This is the Lord. You carry that over to the New Testament, and you find, for example, in the book of Ephesians, the 5th chapter, speaking about singing. And we do it to one another. That's important. But we do it unto the Lord. In the book of John, the 4th chapter, verse 23 and 24, Jesus spoke of worship. And he said the time is coming, and now he is, when those that worship the Lord shall worship him in spirit and truth. We worship God, and we worship him in spirit, our heart, realizing who he is. We worship him in truth. And God's pretty precise, isn't he? We look and we find that whatever we do, the Corinthian letter, Paul tells us, whether you eat, drink, whatsoever you do it unto the Lord. You see, I get precise about doing things to those, for those I love. Many people today seem to have trouble following the precision, the particulars of daily living, of worship, the family roles, the role in society. All of these things are there. And sometimes people, they get a little weary of it, maybe. But if they do, if I do, if you do, we need to go back and realize, just as God told Moses and Moses told the people, these things shall ye do unto the Lord. When I keep that in mind, rather in heart, then I do it. I hope that each one of us, as we go through this day, through our lives, the next opportunity of worship, that we realize that everything we do, if we're doing it for the right reason, we do it unto the Lord. And as such, we do it His way. We pay attention to Him. You have a great day. Thank you for listening. Thank you again for joining us in this Bible study. We remind you, if you'd like to follow along in our daily Bible reading, the link below in the description of this video will give you the PDF so you can read right along with us. If you have any other questions or if you'd like information on a Bible study, contact us with the information provided on the screen before you.